was true. And I have a message from God for the state of Louisiana and all people of color, mainly in the state of Louisiana. And as a matter of fact, all people of color nationwide. But I'm going to get straight into it, and I'm going to start off with a prophetic dream that God gave me. It was like that I was hovering around a neighborhood, and it was buzzing. It had a lot of females just standing around watching. They were waiting for the guys to come through on the motorbikes, the cars, with the fancy clothes or whatnot. And it was like I was hovering over. I can see everything that was going on. It was just like the regular atmosphere in this neighborhood that I was hovering over. And first of all, I want to tell you that it needs to stop the hood attitude. The hood attitude needs to stop. There's something coming. And the part that I can discern from this dream is that the guys that were in it, the ones that had the fancy cars, the motorbikes, the clothes, they knew the lifestyle that they were living. They knew it was short-lived. They just didn't know when it would come to an end, but they knew that it was short-lived. What their plans were, if they had plans to get out of it, I don't know. But they knew that it was short-lived. Well, anyway, a black Camaro pulled up on the scene. And this is how I knew these guys knew that the lifestyle that they were living had to come to an end. A black Camaro pulled up on the scene. Blacked out tinted windows, everything on it was black. And these guys, they knew immediately who it was when they pulled up on the scene. And so did I. While hovering over this neighborhood in this dream, so did I. I knew who it was. And don't think that these guys that's in this lifestyle, when their time is up and they get caught down bad, don't think that they're not scared. I can smell the adrenaline coming from these guys. They started to scatter and tried to run. And I can smell the adrenaline. But they couldn't get away. It was no escape. No matter how many directions they tried to flee, it was no escape. They tried to scatter like roaches when a light come on in a dark room. I knew what happened next. I didn't have to see the rest of it, and God didn't let me see it, but I knew immediately what happened when those guys tried to run, but it was nowhere that they can run, nowhere that they can hide. It was the end. And what I got from it was the end came all of a sudden for these fellas. They knew that the lifestyle that they were living, they knew that it was wrong. The individual that pulled up in that Camaro in that vehicle was Satan. Satan. Or you can say the death angel if you want to use that right there, but it was time to collect. Satan came for those souls. He came to collect. Times was up, and it caught it. It caught these guys unexpectedly at the blinking of an eye. Stop the lifestyles that you're living. The dealing, the killing, the stealing, the robbing, the raping, the disrespecting the women disrespecting yourselves, The time is up. It's coming. But God showed me Louisiana. And the reason why I know that it's Louisiana that he wants me focused on mainly is because the next dream that he showed me goes hand in hand with the first dream I just told you about. He showed me Louisiana on a radar map, like a weather report. And in the state of Louisiana, I seen a big line running. It was trotting, coming straight for Louisiana. It was in the boot, but the line was huge. It took up the whole Louisiana. A lion devours, it hunts and devours. Need I say more? Brothers and sisters, black folk, it's time to get yourself together. It's time for us to get ourselves together. Stop what you're doing. You know right from wrong. If this video catches you, if it resonates with you, or if you just know that, man, if you know it, if you're in this lifestyle and you stumble across this video, nothing happened by coincidence. Stop what you're doing. Louisiana is heading for a disaster like none other. And the only way that we black folk are gonna get any kind of respect or have any kind of relief as a people, there's a lot of frustrations, a lot of anger, there's a lot of murdering, there's a lot of bad breaks for good brothers and sisters out there. Things are just not right overall. Yeah, there's some success, but overall, and some of the success is blood money, dirty money. And we still hate it even when we reach the goal that we set for ourselves a lot of the time. That's because God is not at the top of the agenda. In a nutshell, everybody, put God first. He second fiddles to no one. And he placed an accent over himself. Just like the spice, the seasoning that goes on food. And you know, once you pour that on there, it can't come off. He placed an accent of jealousy over himself. And he will second fiddle to nobody. And he will get his glory by any means necessary. I suggest whoever hears this video take heed. Put God first. Love y'all. Be blessed.